Hello, everybody. Good morning in this early AM for some of you, later in the afternoon for me, but I am just as exhausted as you, I promise. It's me. I'm Kelsey, your community manager, your best friend, and your non binary pal. And with me is.
I'm David Hoppe. I'm president of Gen Con. I am generally in charge of nothing. Some days it feels like everybody else is doing the work. But super
I think
excited to
you're
be here
in.
with you, Kelsey.
Yeah, I think you're in charge of fashion today, is what it is.
I'm feeling all right in the disco mirror. It's a little early in the morning here on the West Coast to be whipping out the disco mirror, but for Gen Con Spring Showcase, I'm willing to do it.
Oh yeah, I am pretty hype about Spring Showcase. Everyone's been planning this for a long time, but for me, the most exciting part about board games is spring releases, and there are so many spring releases in 2021. I feel like we have kind of like emerged from the dark winter into like some kind of excitement for the spring finally.
Yeah, we need this like we need nothing else after last year. We've been playing, at least in my house, we've been playing a heck out of a lot of the games that we have on hand, and I'm really excited to start getting some new stuff into the house and shipping
Yeah.
stuff.
So, of our products today that we're going over, what do you think are you most excited about?
Well, I'm excited the fact that we're just doing this. I mean, we've talked for for years about, wow, we go out and we talk to publishers and they say, there's nothing really happening in the spring. It's a little bit early, but we got a lot of new games coming out, and we keep saying, wow, could we do something? And I think we've been so long from doing a real Gen Con, and we're just
Yeah.
really anxious to get things going again. So we said, let's jump on this opportunity right now. So big credit to everybody for pulling this together and celebrating what's new in games. There's also some great streaming. Maybe you want to talk about what's happening with that?
Yeah, for
What
sure.
or what are you excited about? Tell me what you're excited about.
So we have a pretty chock full schedule today of some very cool games. We have a slew of stuff this morning from Mid-Level Meeple. We have Haba. We have Word Games. Paizo is doing a 4-hour stream of a one-shot, which I am super excited about. I think everybody else is too. They're bringing the gang back together from an old cast and replaying some old favorite characters. And I think everyone is going to be super pumped to watch that.
Yeah, that one's looking really good. I'm also really excited that we've had so many of our partners from Gen Con over the years join in here and contribute games, contribute talent. It's going to be a star-studded couple of days here.
It really is. When we were looking at the schedule for this and kind of getting everything ready, we realized just how jam packed everything is,
Yeah,
and how there are so many streams basically from as soon as we stop talking today
right.
until later tonight when you see me again.
So
Uh,
what's happening later tonight?
oh man, I hope everyone is excited. If you think this outfit is good, I hope you're ready for Late Night with
Kelsey,
Kelsey and Jordan
Kelsey,
Augustine.
Kelsey and Jordan after dark.
After dark. Uh, we are going to be here this evening to do an evening wrap up, show some highlights from the day, share some of the things we've been excited about, and talk to you guys about the things that you are excited about as well. So if there are some things today that really got you excited, maybe take some screenshots or take some clips, and maybe we can share them with you later tonight when we do our wrap up with Jordan. Bring your favorite adult beverage for late night with Jordan and Kelsey.
Yeah, that's it's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm not sure I'll still be in the mirror jacket at that hour, but I'll definitely be tuning in with my favorite beverage.
Good.
So, what else do we have going on today that we should talk about?
Well, we have a ton going on today on our Discord. We have our publishing partners that are on our Discord. Some of them are running demos, some of them are answering questions. We've got folks from Pandasaurus that are running demos for their games all day. Umbra V, Brew, and I think Dinosaur World, they're running demos for too. We have our pals from Start Playing Games who are running professionally done. Professional DMs are running free one shots all weekend in our Discord. And those are exclusive to our fans for Spring Showcase and Gen Con. So make sure you check out our Discord if you want to go sign up for those. And
Yeah,
then
I'm just going to do a shout out to the Start Playing Games guys because they're really awesome. I've had a chance to meet Devin and Nate from Start Playing. They've got this great little mix of being sort of a Silicon Valley, San Francisco startup. They're like from Y Combinator, which is a big incubator there, but they're also just doing really really cool organic stuff with D&D and other role playing games. So yeah, super excited for those guys. Definitely check them out.
yeah, they've been a dream to work with, and they gave me a list of the DMs that they were having like run these one shots, and the list of DMs that they gave us is incredible. I was really excited to see both the DMs they had and the things that those DMs decided to run. There are some really interesting games. It's not just D&D, but there's a bunch of storytelling RPGs that I think are going to be really fun for people who haven't necessarily played before, or if you've been interested in playing D&D for a long time and you're like, oh, I don't know, it seems kind of intimidating, scary. Welcome to me, like 5 years ago. Um, then this is a great chance to get introduced to a storytelling tabletop game, and I think those DMs will do a fantastic job doing it.
Yeah, they're really good at bringing new players in. Yeah, I think if you've ever been RPG curious, there's a great place to start. And if you don't have a good friend,
Curious is a great term for that, and I think that's going to be my new favorite term for like beginner gamers, because I have never liked the term like newbie or something like that, because it has like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people can feel bad about that term, but RPG curious is a great phase. I think I'm going to steal that from you.
you're welcome to it. That phrase came from when I was probably about 9 years old, and I was living in Chicago, and there was a game store there, and I went in and saw, was walking around looking at all the miniatures, and there were wizards and orcs and everything, super excited. And then there was this curtain up, and there was a room in the back, and I could hear all this noise of like dudes yelling and stuff like that. And I said to the shop owner, I'm like, so what's going on behind that curtain? He's like, he looked at how old I was. He's like, you don't want to go behind that curtain. And so to this day, I still have this unfulfilled RPG curiousness that I don't really get to.
What is behind the curtain? What is behind the gaming curtain?
And the sad story is I bought my little copy of Dungeon and like a few miniatures and took them home and tried to figure out what to do by myself. And it took a long time before I ever actually got to really play. But it could have been much different if I'd have been allowed behind the curtain and satisfied my RPG curiosity.
Yeah, I think that's part of what Spring Showcase is about too. And part of what Gen Con is about in general is kind of ripping that curtain down to make sure that everyone is invited to be curious about whatever they want in RPGs. And I think the cool thing about Spring Showcase is that we do have a lot of demos for games that a lot of people haven't played before or have maybe thought about playing. For instance, this is my dark sin for 8:30 in the morning. Are you guys ready? I've never played Pathfinder.
Watched a lot of Pathfinder in the Sagamore Ballroom.
I have watched a lot of Pathfinder. I have never played Pathfinder. All of my friends are like, Pathfinder is the best. You should be playing Pathfinder. You should be DMing Pathfinder. And I was like, I don't know. It can be intimidating trying a new thing. So part of what I want to do today is watch that Paizo stream so I can try and learn about Pathfinder and kind of get over that curtain for myself.
Right. Well, you'll get the chance today. Speaking of Pathfinder and speaking of Paizo, you might have noticed there's this picture here on the wall behind me. This is actually from, I believe it's Gen Con 2017. And this is the Paizo booth. And these folks are all waiting in line. I actually think they're waiting in line for a Starfinder here. There's a guy over here with a copy of the book, but that was when it was released. And you can see, and I don't know if it probably doesn't show in the picture, but folks were lined up all the way down that hallway.
It is like a literal sea of humans waiting for Starfinder.
Yeah, I think our exhibit hall management folks were not 100% happy with that, but I know the Paizo folks were happy. They sold out like super quick.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I tell you, it makes me nostalgic. So anyway, we'll get that fixed. We'll get back there once we get through, get vaccines rolled out, get everybody better, and we can start Gen Conning again.
Yeah, and until then, we have a chance to share games and play games with everybody else. I know the other game I'm excited about watching today is actually by Hoppe. They have a game called The Key, which is like the setup of the game is, which is the first thing I saw, like super intrigued me, because there's just a circle of all the pieces thrown on like the table, and it
Mhm.
seems like you're searching through for the actual keys to the puzzle, using it as like a game where the story changes in the way you play it every time. So our pal who has been streaming with us lately, if you've been watching any of our streams on our regular programming, Ruel Gaviola has been playing Princess Bride with us and a few other things, and he's going to be playing the key with his family. So I'm looking forward to watching that.
That's going to be awesome. Uh, I'm excited about a couple of games. I had a chance to stop by Gen Con Worldwide headquarters here in Seattle. I bet you there'll be somebody from overseas watching Gen Con Spring Showcase, so we can officially call it Worldwide
That's true.
headquarters. I love that. But turns out we had a ton of games, Spring Showcase games shipped to the office. And so I secreted a few away and was able to pull them here. So let's see what we got. You talked about being RPG curious. And this is Relics. This is a indie game developer network sponsored game. Beautiful RPG. The artwork, for the cover art alone, I think everyone would be super excited about that. That's going off today, I believe. It's
today. I think it's at 3 p.m. Yep. They are showcasing a lot of indie designers, some of which I realized as I was going through it are people who I actually know from the East Coast who I've worked with before.
Yeah. Well, this is by Steve D. Super excited by this one. I think this one's going to find a home in my office at some point, just for the art alone, and maybe I'll read it as well. Here's this crazy one here.
Oh yeah, the one I can see it in the background.
This is the Rubber Band one. This is Pressman, their Rule of the Realm, and they've got this mechanic here where you control territory. There's cards obviously that are under here. I just busted this open literally last night, so I don't know anything about it other than it looks really cool. I love this little rubber band mechanic here.
Yeah,
controlling territory.
That is a smart mechanic too. That's the other thing that's going to be happening here a lot this weekend is unboxing. So if you've ever had an interest or a love of unboxing videos, which I know is sometimes a dark joy of mine, is going on YouTube and watching unboxing videos.
Well, I had a moment of cruelty for one of my kids who was here the other night. So I brought these games home, but I didn't know if I could open them yet. Like I didn't know what we were doing, and so I asked some people around. It was late at night, and didn't get an answer. And so everybody was super excited to bust out Unlock Mythic Adventure, and I was like, look, I can't open it. We might be giving it away. So then after I finally got the okay to open these up, I had my own little private unboxing last night. So I was super fun to get a hold of these. But this one, you're basically, there's 3 different adventures, and it's got a mobile app that guides you through it. And when those are done well, those can be a ton of fun. So unfortunately, my son who was most interested in this, he had to leave. So he's left town, so we won't get to play that. But we'll try it out and let you know how that one goes. But yeah, Unlock from Space Cowboy, super excited about that one too.
Yeah, I kind of love the development of like mobile apps and like digital play in accordance with physical play too. Like for instance, some of the games we're showing this weekend, we're just showing the digital play. So you can play those games and learn about them online, even if you can't get them in person, which I think is super cool.
That's what's been amazing about this last year, right? Is how everybody has adapted and found a way to keep playing, even though we can't be together. Everybody I know, literally everybody I know who is in a D&D campaign has figured out a way to continue going. And everyone says, yeah, it's not as good as being together around the table, but it's not bad. It works, and I'll keep doing it. So people are running a ton of campaigns. It's really accelerated the way I think gaming is going to evolve, especially over the next 5-10 years. I think we are suddenly vaulted ahead to that time, and that's exciting. So that gives us a chance to do more stuff like this and bring everybody together, hopefully more times in the year.
That's
So
my goal too. And I mean,
yeah,
like I have become an expert, I feel like at this point at Roll20. Like this
yeah,
has forced me to be an expert at Roll20, which honestly I've been really enjoying.
yeah.
So this has been a learning experience for me and one that I have enjoyed. And you know, part of this has always been taking joy where you can, and I think that's what Spring Showcase is going to be for a lot of people too.
We
Um,
we've become
the
expert at running games out in the elements too. In fact, I think
oh
today there in my garage right back here, there's a session of terraforming Mars that's going off,
oh nice.
socially distanced with masks and like heaters outside. The only thing that the only consideration is the wind. Right? We have to account for the wind. We figured out cold Seattle winters playing outside, you can make it work, but if it's windy, that's a problem. Something just
Yep.
flew off
Yep.
outside. Good.
That happened to me last time I was playing the Star Wars miniature game. I we were playing it at a bar with my friends, and we had it out on a huge picnic table. And as soon as a wind come, and everybody's ships just literally went sailing into the distance.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, with terraforming Mars, if you've ever played it, you're keeping track of your cache and all your resources with these little tokens, and just a little bit of shift, and it moves something, and you're just like, what was I at 2? What was I at 3? It's painful, but
Well,
that's
we
not going to
are
happen today.
no. And we are just a few minutes away from going live in our first spring showcase. But there is one more thing I want to mention to people in case you have not seen it or you have not been there. Our pals over at Offworld are retiring. And the benefit for you is that all of our merch is 50% off. There's still a lot of merch left, too, if you were ever interested about picking something up. A lot of the shirt sizes, which are men's sizes, the women's cuts, and unisex shirts, they're all still available. There's also a lot of like home goods. There's bars and drinkware. There's also hats and masks. And then some of our newer items too that just came out over the winter are also on sale. I noticed that Lima and our marketing team got the bomber jacket, which I was very jealous of because I think those are sold out now.
Yeah, I haven't seen those in the flesh yet, but they are super cool.
Yeah.
So it'll be a collector's item, never to be seen again.
I know, for real. Literally never to be seen again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you had a hankering for picking up anything, now is definitely the time.
Yeah, the prices are good. There's still lots of good stuff. It's not like just the dregs or anything like that. There's still got lots of front list items, and we're really really happy for the folks over there at Offworld. They're retiring, going on to do other things, and then we'll be coming out with some new partners to deliver more cool merchandise going forward. But for now, get some of the great stuff that they've got going over there.
Yeah. How do you feel about doing some brightly colored, fashion forward merch for Gen Con this year?
I think it is like the Great Awakening. I think that the fashion is going to be crazy, and I hope that when people start getting out and about, people start flying their flags with a lot of energy.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to happen. So yeah, we'll match it with what we do at Gen Con for sure.
I love that. Well,
20s.
oh my God, that's what we should have made. I mean, I'm really digging the bright colors and this shirt, which is again one of the best things I've ever put on my body, I think. But maybe we should do a Roaring 20s theme next time. Well, I think you're like halfway there already. You're probably pretty Roaring 20s right now.
This is actually, I think this is like a got it from like a resale shop, or this is like vintage. It's got weird wires to hold it on. And
Really?
Yeah. It's not a real tie. It's crazy. It actually has high risk of wardrobe malfunction. It fell off like 3 times this morning.
Oh, no.
So, I think it's held up so far. So hopefully that's a good sign for things to come today.
Yeah, for real. So hopefully you can stick around and join us for everything that's happening today. Again, make sure to hop on our Discord as well, because we're going to have a lot going on there. I'm going to be there too. So if you want to say hi to me, I'll post a photo of my full outfit, because unlike most Zoom meetings, I have a full outfit on and not just pajama pants, which is truly an accomplishment for our modern world.
I'm wearing pants too.
So maybe we'll post a little fashion show over in Discord today too. I'm very excited to get excited with everybody else and watch some very cool things today. Thank you again to all of our partners who are streaming with us over the course of the weekend. and who are streaming with us today as well. Make sure to check out our website, GenConSpringShowcase.com, for all the details and for links to buy all the games that you are going to be hearing about this weekend. And make sure to play some games with our pals that start playing games. I might, if I have time, I'd like to check one out tomorrow, but who knows?
Yeah, hop through. The best thing you could do for everyone here is hop through to the links. If you've got a little spare scratch, buy some of these games, show support to our publishing partners, and then have fun. Right? It's gonna be a ton of fun today, and we're gonna be back here tomorrow. Right? I will see you same bad time,
bright and early.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. Looking forward to it.
Yeah,
we'll have lots to talk about then.
Next up, we have a kind of montage of games from Blue Orange, Brotherwise, Mid-Level, Meeple, Ultra Pro, and Word Games. So I hope you stick around, and I will see you later tonight for Late Nights with Kelsey and Jordan.
Bye, everybody. Have fun.
Bye.